Prepare for battle.
Ladies and gentlemen, indeed, game 2 now ready to go. Team MP up against Vega Squadron once more. And the drafts, gods, some interesting stuff coming out. MP, of course, getting their hands on that final pick, Terrorblade. We are going to be looked to see what I imagine to be the offlane Omni. Nacht is playing it, was playing the Beastmaster in game 1. And over on the side of Vega, Iceberg bringing heroes like Wind Ranger back into the fray. A hero that we're not used to seeing that much anymore.
Yeah, that's... I don't know how good... I don't feel Wind Ranger is a very strong hero in general, but... Hold on, the horses. Fight's breaking out already.
SVG initially trapped up in the kinetic field, but MP looking for a bit of a turnaround. So will hold back Owie. Looks like no one with quite enough lockdown to really work fully into each of the sides.
NP no real stunts with their draft. Definitely a big win. They'll have set from the ensnare later on. They'll have Mana Leak, which is in the stun, but can kind of stop heroes from running away. They'll have an Electric Vortex at some point, but very early game laning stage, no real good stuns, no even real good slows, so not the best ability to zone heroes or find early game kills.
And of course, Envy Storm Spirit, which I'm kind of looking forward to seeing. You know, this is... I mean, is it how do you imagine Envy's going to perform on a hero like the Storm?
It seems he's adjusting pretty well to mid lane. He used to always be that kind of carry-oriented role on Team Secret, but seems the ODs, the Storms, these more mid heroes are just fine for him. This is a very tough Storm game. There's a lot of lockdown. All 5 heroes have catch for him. You've got Nyx with the Impale, Vendetta Initiation, you've got Gust for the Drow, Shackle Shot, you've got Glimpse Static Storm, and then you've got X-Torrent. All 5 heroes can deal with the Storm. So this is, as far as Storm games go, one of the toughest.
I mean, I guess the thing is, though, if Envy is able to at least keep kind of some pressure on Vega during the mid game and keep the attention away from the TB, if this goes late, this could be very, very nasty for Vega. I mean, essentially, eventually dealing with a Naga and a Terrorblade late game. I mean, Vega, do they really have ways to clear? I guess eventually what the Axe can come out in the Drow. You've got a Kunkka that can scale up, but the push from MP and the pressure that they're going to be able to apply at a certain stage of the game is going to be pretty nasty for Vega to deal with.
And that's why they went for the last pick Terrorblade, overrunning the Naga carries, because they want to be able to push towers earlier. Naga carry takes a long time to come online and actually doesn't push very fast. It pushes waves, but doesn't push buildings. So Terrorblade is great at destroying towers, and that's where they're going to try and have a good early game.
And at the moment, down bottom, Owie having to deal with FNG and Mag. Getting an alright amount of CS at the moment. Up top, Rose versus Sherma, bit of a 1v1 here. Both getting incredibly low. 12 HP onto Rose.
He wants to suicide, but Sioma probably knows that as well.
Yeah, he's got to be careful this call. In fact, Sioma, he's going to look for it here. Tries to get the vision with the kinetic field. Rose will already move his way out of that.
He's not using his Tengos because he's like, why would I waste my Tengos if I'm going to suicide? But problem is, Sioma's like zoning him away from the neutrals. Yeah, this is brutal for him. He could try and sneak into the big camp.
Can you see, has he got money for just to go for the TP? Yeah, well, he's got a TP.
It's like not efficient. You want to be able to suicide, then TP back to lane.
I think he's made it. The ping comes out. He's managed to make his way past Sherma. And nice stack as well to finish him off. Easily done.
They tried to deny his suicide. He'll have his way.
All right, Sherma not quite able to find him there.
That was tough. Normally the struggle is staying alive, but the struggle there was...
he just wanted to kill himself.
Die. Yeah.
God damn it. Down to bottom. Again, Owie and SVG doing alright at the moment. 8 for 8 on the TB. The mid lane matchup, Envy, 8 for 0. But Iceberg, 14 for 6. So Iceberg certainly having the better time on this Wind Ranger. But I guess what this is expected as well, especially seeing as he's got the Drow aura helping him out.
Yeah, and that's why the Wind Rangers actually was kind of more viable this game, is because with the Drow aura, she does a lot better in the early game. Laning stage, and she can, even just mid to late game, her right-click damage is just that much more formidable. Typically, this hero just doesn't really do enough, but the Drow aura can kind of fix some of her shortcomings as a hero. Will be a very tough lane for Envy. You can already see here taking a lot of harass, doesn't have his bottle yet, will be forced into getting a salve, I imagine, just to sustain himself.
Down towards bottom. He's on the mango. Maybe see if he can find something, but he's going to miss the stun. And he may even be dead if one more touch from the Terrorblade would have done it. Looks like he just gets himself out of range. But playing very much on the edge there, Mag, on the Nyx Assassin. Has tried to go aggressive, but as we're seeing, these two heroes relatively hard to take down in this lane at the moment.
Yeah, this is Tough, always tough with the Nyx. 4-man shield, mangoes. Very tanky. And once that Metamorph wears off, this lane suddenly gets a lot more challenging for NP to contest. It's decent when Metamorph is up, but Terrorblade in melee form just doesn't have the damage or the ranged advantage to really fight into this Nyx Disruptor duo.
Up on top at the moment, FN. 15 CS, so not finding as much as Aoi is down on the bottom for the side of MP. As Nash down rows have been able to keep him a bit more on his toes, and Nash certainly prepared for the harassment, you know, in the lane with the poor mans, and also holding onto a salve and a mango, ready to go. It'll be interesting to see what kind of build the Omni Knight goes for in this core position. I mean, what do you expect Nash to be picking up this game?
Just arcane boots,
Yep.
4-star, max, typical kind of utility items. Yeah, he doesn't need to do anything crazy or different.
Oh, Envy. Oh dear. It would have always those kind of things happen to Envy, isn't it? It couldn't have been anyone else, really.
He was struggling. He couldn't
Poor old
farm his
Envy.
bottle mid. He brought out a salve and he still couldn't finish his bottle even with the additional salve brought out. So he's like, okay, let's go jungle it up. And Sioma.
Did he get the goal for the bottle? No,
no, he didn't. He still doesn't. He died. He was like just short. I think he needed one neutral to get the money for it.
Yeah, that 10% loss there really hurt.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Here we go. He's gonna. Oh, poor. Yeah. Poor old Envy. Poor old Envy.
He had one left behind.
He'll get it eventually. I mean, Shoba's still kind of in the area.
He has to straight up jungle. He's level 4. He's getting demolished mid, and the jungle's the best option for him. Sioma doesn't want to go too aggressive necessarily because a rotation could be his death there. He's probably ideally asking for some help from someone like Iceberg. Hey, come into this jungle with me, and we'll see if Vega can do anything more. It's not going to be Sioma. It's going to be FNG coming and finding enemy.
I think he's dead here as well. With 3 heroes moving in. Poor old Envy. This is getting a bit Bible thump for the old Storm. 3-6 minutes, taken down twice in the jungle, and I mean, catching up when he's been knocked down this hard early on, it's going to be hard for him. He's really going to rely on the rest of his team to continue to have a good time. And at the moment, it's looking good for Aoi. Aoi's down there, 35 for 10. And of course, up towards the top, Nash, 33 for 8. So the other lane's going fine, but yeah, as we can see, MP really paying the price in the mid lane.
Drow not farming or doing particularly well though. FN not level 6 yet. Kind of low on CS. The Omni Knight lane is beating him, but uh-oh.
Oh, Envy.
Just came back.
Oh, Envy. I feel like shedding a tear for poor old Jackie.
He's had a rough month or two, you know?
And he's having a rough game here. Poor old Jackie. 3-0, and Jackie the one to take the brunt of most of that. That's 6.5 minutes in.
And once you give up that one, like that first death, it just snowballs out of control because suddenly Windrange is a couple levels ahead of you. The Drow's going to hit level 6 soon, and then Windrange's damage just gets that much more potent. So
he's up top. Nax banging up.
So what is the plan for Envy? He's going to walk to lane now because he's got no TP. I think he almost just goes and takes the big camp by the secret shop. That's probably the safest place to get your level 6.
Oh man, he's...
That's the camp, Envy. You're not going to get ganked there. Well,
we'll get there eventually. He's still ahead of the Disruptor's net worth. Only just, but he's there. From bottom lane, SVG. He's the man to get going on. Mac hit 6 and he's in with the gang.
Yep. Nice rotation from Drow. FN recognizing he's not getting much farm at top, wanted to find a lane to farm, and he doesn't just TP bottom to go farm. He waits till Mac can have that level 6 to get a kill into farming a lane.
Mid lane, bit of a go on to Rose, and Rose is out. Iceberg now on a killing spree. This Wound Ranger pick working out very nicely for Vega.
They saw Envy farming. They want him. He's not level 6 yet.
Oh boy. Are they actually gonna? I was gonna say, they're going over practical smoke or anything?
Short, I believe. Yeah, he's just short of 6 from that camp.
Bottom lane, SVG. They seem to be the ones in trouble. Caught out by the Gust. The X-Mon time will connect. And SVG down and out. Mac looking to set up the stun to finish it off, and there we have it. Getting themselves another 6-0. Vega looking very good here in game 2. I mean, game 1, MP were the ones to pull out the plays, but here, kind of a different story. Up on top. Ready for the cookie cut, Iceberg. Let's see if he can play around that as they start to move forward.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, MP certainly need time to help swing this game back round. They've got the tools to do so, as we mentioned. Now, having both the TB and the Naga, they can certainly hit a point where they can prolong the game. And you know, the early game can maybe all be but forgotten if they're able to push this one onwards. But, MV certainly going to need a bit more time to catch up this game on the Storm. Only just hitting level 6 and looking very worse for wear on the net worth board at the moment.
Not easy for him to do a whole lot, considering we already talked about how the heroes match up very well against Storm, the amount of lockdown disables. He can't easily fight. We'll have to utilize the repel when he wants to fight, but it's not just having a repel, it's having items to deal damage, and that's something he's going to be lacking for quite some time.
I'm just looking to see when Vega start to make another move onto the Storm. I mean, they've got the vision out, of course, in this jungle. I guess the thing is at this point, though, with the way that they've shut him down, you don't really want to be... Do you want to be putting more resources into killing him again, or do you really want to be looking elsewhere and trying to deal with the other issues at this stage? I mean, they're going for
Just keep killing him, I think. Yep, you see him. I mean, look how low he is, too.
Oh, MV.
One rank clip.
Oh. Fourth time this game.
And possibly a kill mid.
Yeah, with the setup onto RoG, the wraparound coming in. Straight up with the ult, Iceberg closes in, and Iceberg's Wind Ranger having an absolute storm of a performance so far.
Yeah.
5-0-0. Racking up the gold as well. I mean, with the face boots and nearly enough for a blink, do you think he just does pick up the blink straight up next? Just have that extra bit of catch against heroes like Envy?
Yeah, against Storm, it's incredible. Why not? It also helps to initiate on the Omni Knight, who's often in the back line trying to heal and repel people. So having the blink just helps get you past some of the tankier frontliners and initiate that a little bit better.
TP's down towards bottom. MP maybe trying to do something about this push that was coming in from FN. Maybe see if they've got a potential of catching out the Drow Ranger. They're sending all 5 down here as well by the looks of it. They really want to do something with it, but the Gustav's SVG. They're looking for a bit of a bait with the Naga. And now the turnaround potential coming in. They'll look towards FN. FN trying for the TP. Have they got anything to stop it? Now let's pop the song. That's what will allow them to secure the Drow Ranger kill. Can they get themselves anything else? It doesn't look like they can. With the backup already for the rest of Vega, everyone else will be able to keep themselves safe. And you can see Mag already hunting on the back line, seeing if he can catch anyone out. He is actually going to wander into Envy. Envy moving towards the mid lane.
Oh no,
I've
seen this one before.
The Wind Ranger's there.
Well, they stack the stuns in that lane. I think he does live here. 50 HP, okay, he's still there.
Save yourself, son.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Rest in peace. Please press F in the chat. Envy's down again.
I'm fantastic.
Was that 6th time? Yeah, 6. Oh no, 5. Let's not put him down too much.
Dire's middle tower.
Poor on Envy. This has been an absolute nightmare of a game. I mean, as you said, kind of when we came into this one, looking at the draft, we already knew it was going to be a difficult game for the Storm, but maybe not to this extent. This is looking to be really tough for Envy at the start of this game. But maybe all part of the plan. You know, are we still in a relatively good place? Just the problem is because of what's been happening in the mid lane of the Storm, Iceberg is in a fantastic position. You know, so 6k on the net worth, very much ahead, and it's going to allow him to do this. Look for kills, look for action. This time he will be stopped. SVG, look for the turnaround. Envy coming in as well. Stun holding Envy back, and they should be able to kill off Iceberg. Who's going to get that tasty money? It is going to be Envy. So Envy finally able to get a bit of a bit of revenge. Yeah, nice little tasty boost of gold there, shutting down the streak that Iceberg was beginning to have.
Yeah, that was a bit of an overextension. You get this huge lead, you know how easy these kills are with a Drow Aura as a Wind Ranger, and sometimes you get a bit ahead of yourself.
See if Vega can come in with a defense on the mid. Choosing the time on the boat to clear out the wave push, and that will stop MP from going in for more. You can see already, maybe Shama seeing if you can get anything on the back of this. Drops a ward, and there's not going to be able to find anything else there. As MP heading towards the bottom lane, maybe eyes towards FN. FN gets away with the push, has Dragon Lance complete.
This is where you'd often see a team like NP or like NB teams like try sneak a Roche or something. Smoke into Roche with Metamorph could be a viable option. They've got the minus armor from Riptide as well. And doesn't look like they're going to go Roche, but they are going to smoke up. They need to be making plays happen. When you're behind like this, you can't find farm. You can't sit back and just wait for Vega to come to you and pick you up. You've got to be the ones being aggressive and picking Vega apart when they're not grouped up, ready to fight you.
Yeah, looking to Mag and Shama the Slayer. Vega not showing any signs that they're aware of this movement at the moment. The courier as well. I mean, if they could snag that, that'd be even a bit of an extra bonus. They'll look towards it, but now they'll turn away. They do want to try and find themselves their heroes. Jackal onto SVG, not going to land. Static Storm's down in the midst of it all. Vega trying to take this fight. Stuff from Mag, holds Mag back. Sherma tries to see the others out. He's not going to make it. That's going to be one down. MP looking to move over more. They have the sentry chop down Mag. Oh, he should just be able to get himself out of range. They'll pop the song. Have they actually got any further detection? I don't think they have, so all in all, Mag, yeah, he'll be able to continue to walk his way out of this one. So at the end of the day, the smoke comes through from MP, but Vega only losing the Disruptor could have been a lot worse there for the side of Vega Squadron.
Yeah, they lose just one support, and it's a lot of time invested. RoG may still get caught out here by Mag, who's got mana with the Arcane Boots to go for the Impale.
And also FN heading across as well. Vega sending more in. Rose, he's
Smells blood.
a little bit speedy at the moment with that wind lace there. They'll spot him out with the sentry. Nice stuff from Mag onto 2. Silence onto Envy. Both of them in trouble. Envy's down again.
Wrong place in the wrong time.
Oi, oi, oi. Max, he's going to just go for the GNTP out. He will make it, but not necessarily the optimum usage of his ult there. And it's a nice bit of time that Vega can have in mind to play with. In fact, already more action continue on the mid lane. Sherma playing around with SVG, allowing time for Iceberg and FN to close in. They'll look towards the Naga. They'll take down another 11 for 4. Vega Squadron just playing with this lineup perfectly. And MP at the moment just unable to come out on top in terms of the trades, and just can't seem to find the ganks and the rotations that they need to slow down this momentum that Vega have. Yeah,
they just had such a bad early game. It's constant catch-up mode for them. Envy needs to be careful. There's heroes coming his way, and he does not want to stick around too long, but
Dire's middle tower
Vega,
is under attack.
I'm going to smoke, and not sure if that was the intended, possibly looking to just click his ward there and accidentally hit the hotkey for his observer ward, but
I could maybe try and into something if they come into the jungle, see if they can catch out Aoi.
Yeah, you're hoping NP is not all grouped as 5. You see a couple bottom, so you know if there's anyone in this dire jungle, they're more likely alone or just with perhaps one teammate.
I wonder what they'll see, obviously, the illusions coming out from that area. MV, 30-44.
Interesting.
What could these numbers mean?
Never heard of them. Isn't it 31-44? Or
31-54.
31-54. It's got his memes all wrong.
I think he knocked 10% off it. But 30-44, that's the new one. What could it mean? It's not a Roshan time or anything, is it? No. I'm just excited to see what happens at 30-44.
Yeah, well, that's... well, we've got 15 minutes. Nothing happens till that matters, but...
Okay, yeah.
30-44.
I mean, if something happens at 30-44, conspiracy theorists, get your tinfoil hats on. Well, towards the mid, Mag. He's got to be a bit careful. Maybe MP had their eyes on him. Looks like MP will back off Rose, chilling in the tree line. Sherma, is he going to come a-hunting? No, it looks like Rose is going to be alright for the time being. He's got to pretty much hold his breath here, as he is kind of surrounded here by Vega. Things come through, but they're all doing quite a bit here for MP, making sure that they don't look for more. I don't think they necessarily caught vision of the smoke, but yeah, they certainly saw them grouping up around there.
He's drawing arrows directly where they're running. I say that.
Okay, yeah.
They're going deeper into this dire side of the map, and there we go. Scandal clip them as they run through it. MP's even pinging where they want to meet, and go to sling.
The Shackle, Static Storm, they need a backup, they need an Omni Knight in the neighborhood, they're not going to get it. He's down. That's a very successful pick there to find off the back of that smoke. Incredibly deep behind enemy lines as well, but taking down a TB.
Omni was on the high ground there. I guess he was trying to go for the heal out of range, had the mech though, which he would have been in range from, but it's kind of like a bit of a just panic moment where you didn't expect Sioma to go that aggressive. He was so far ahead of his team there. Found the catch, and then Iceberg hit a really nice Shackle.
And into RoG as well now. That's going to be spotted out by the Naga illusions, but can MP actually do anything about this? I mean, the speed that Vega take this with the Drow Aura seems to say to me, no, they certainly can't.
They're going to look to trade, then he's just going to be doing this push thing up top. Can't really... I mean, he could go for the YOLO sneak or steal, but that's not a position he's in.
I mean, ideally, what is the game plan now for MP? Do they just... I guess they just need to make sure that someone on their side's getting farm. I mean, in terms of grouping up and going head-to-head, it's going to be hard, but at the same time, being out on their own, the Vegas we've seen have great pick opportunity.
They do, but you still got to go out, because you're going to lose the game if you sit back as 5 defending high ground. So Envy as well as AUI just have to get what farm they can on the map. So both Storm as well as TB are going to be trying to farm where they can on the jungle, in the lanes. If you see Vega pushing a lane, go and try and foot push another. There'll probably be more pickoffs to come on heroes like Storm and TB, but that's just the nature of this game for NP. If you sit back, you lose the game. If you take some risk, try and get some farm, push out the lanes, you give yourself a chance to win the game. That's also what SVG is doing on his Naga. He's bottom, using his illusions to safely farm and push lanes. Something he can be annoying with. He likely actually transitions into a Radiance at this point. If you want to have any hope to win this game, a Naga Radiance is definitely one way that's possible. I remember the puppy support Naga that turned into a core at MDL, and he went for that Radiance later on, and it kind of won his team the game. What looked to be an unwinnable game suddenly managed to work out for Team Secret, but this time around MP are going to have SVG, I believe, scattered out.
Yeah, the pings are coming through. Oh, Max, where is he? I seen him. I smelt him. I felt him.
He's juking without.
Oh, there he is. He must have seen that. Yeah, he's got him. He's on him.
He knows.
SVG. Which was? Yeah, he knows. He knows. He's out. He's out. He was in the corner.
To think he just like made the juke of his life without even realizing it. The best guy.
Oh man, SVG there.
What a player.
Oh, up to top then, Envy.
Oh, he's big core.
He is low on the old mana front as well. In fact, yeah, he's getting that mana for the TP here. Envy. That's got to be another death for the man.
Yeah.
Knocking him down onto the sidelines again.
Yeah. Kind of as mentioned, like these pickoffs are going to happen. You have to take risks. You can't even look at a death like that and be like, it's not a what's MP doing there. It's like a, well, he got caught out. It's what he's got to do, push out those lanes and obviously try and not get caught out, play better, and just try and predict your opponent's movements. But it's always going to be a prediction game where how long can you stay and push out the lane before you have to back off? And he just slightly misgauges it there. You're so far behind in NP's position right now that you've got to keep taking those risks.
Let's see if Mag can find anything again. Oh, that's an illusion, son. Don't do it. Mag. Oh, that's Sentry, boys. Hey, we've got eyes on you. Goodbye. Have a nice mana leak. And Mag, the dig is up. He won't find anything there. MP looking towards bottom. The boat coming through as Kunka looks to clear out the wave, but oh, he might have his own body being cleared out. He's looking for a TP. He's not going to make it. SVG and the boys turn out of MP with a surprise party. And FNG, Kunka's room on him, making it last a little bit longer, but he's still going to be a goner. Now he took up the goal. MP take themselves down a kill. And again, well, they've certainly been struggling to find the pickup, so every little helps.
There's a hunter coming for him.
Oh, and TP on cooldown. It's a good job he's got a call on his side. Get yourself out of there, Envy. Get yourself back to safety.
Scan and he disappeared. And they see him pop up mid, so they realize he was pulled out. It's a DD rune on Wind Ranger. Iceberg has a lot of solo kill potential.
Pretty much kills whoever. I mean, maybe Aoi a little bit more of an issue with the armor that he has on the TB, but even at that, yeah, Iceberg helps to rip through him at a hefty speed. Has he got the Aghanims done yet? Yeah, he has, hasn't he?
Yep. Oh, he's got the Ags.
He's good to go.
Just finished Diffusal so they can counter the Omni Knight. And it's not a bad item on Drow by any means. All the Agi is bonus damage to yourself and your team.
No.
So, very difficult team fight now for NP.
And I guess eventually if it does get to the point where FM picks up the Ags as well, you're mana burning everything, you know, with the bounces.
So, start sieging some towers here, take a tier 2. They could almost go tower by tower now and just take out all the outer towers at least without NP being able to give up much of a fight.
Yeah, Vega Squadron. Maybe looking to go in a bit more aggressively. Mag into the tree line still. Has the Vendetta on cooldown. 500 gold away from his own Aghanims, this Nyx Assassin. 22 minutes in, so he himself doing fairly well this game. And MP. Certainly a different story for them this game so far, as compared to what we saw in game 1.
It's a big role reversal.
Yes.
One team this ball. The Radiant side once again just pushing down lanes fast and really dominating the map. We'll see how Vega go about the high ground push here. They've still got the Aegis. Yep. Only for another 10 seconds. So it doesn't look like we'll see them take any kind of high ground attempt with this first Aegis. Unless they get like a big pick off. But right now the dive vision game is pretty good. I wouldn't mind seeing Radiant get a gem just because you know your opponents are playing the split push game. They're trying to avoid getting ganked. Denying their vision is a key way of making it harder for NP to move out on the map.
A few scribbles, in fact, from the concurrence, the jungle there, realizing that Aoi was still about, but Aoi.
Yep.
TP's back to the safety of his own side. And It's yeah, it feels like a lot of weight on Aoi this game. He's keeping himself up there for sure. Dragonlance Manta Style 2k gold on par with FN's Drow. And he is gonna certainly need to put the whole team on his shoulders this game and pull through with this performance on the Terrorblade. And so far, he himself has been able to maintain a pretty clean sheet this game, only going down the once, and has consistently been finding the areas to farm. Envy, on the other hand, looks to be caught out again. He's out of mana, out of luck, and down once more on this Storm Spirit. It's been a very, very tough game for the Storm. And as we saw from the stat earlier, he's on 8 deaths at the moment, 10 being the most deaths Envy's had in a game, 6.88. So we could see a new record being set by Envy this game.
Not the right kind of record he was hoping to make this morning when he woke up, ate his wheat bix, said, I'm not going to die today on Storm, and did not go the way he had hoped.
I'm not trying to think, have we seen much Envy Storm in the past?
I mean, he hasn't been playing mid-troll too. I mean, with Secret, it was kind of swapping around a bit with RTZ and himself. They'd sometimes go through different phases, but it was one of those players when I saw him play mid, it was like a bit of the raises a bit. He had a few games here and there on Puck. He's always had a very big hero pool. Like, there's certain heroes he's perhaps more known for. The Terrorblade being one of the big ones, the Naga Siren even, but Envy's always been very much like, hey, if the hero fits, make me play it, because he's not afraid to like play a hero if the situation calls for it. With that said, I don't think you look at Vega's draft and think the situation called for a Storm Spirit.
No, I mean, yeah, Vega's draft is pretty much yum yum, we eat Storm Spirits for breakfast. They've got lots of ways to deal with the Storm, which I believe was picked up relatively early. It was what, third pick I want to say in the draft, wasn't it, from Envy? At least so.
Yeah, I believe it was. It's not a bad pick by any means. Like, it's always like all right. The hero,
yes,
even if you 5-man counter the Storm, and it just enables other heroes like Terrorblade to be really scared. But we haven't seen. I mean, anyways, Terrorblade's farmed a decent amount. He's actually up there with the top network heroes. So by no means is this a one game. And what we're seeing here is how hard it's going to be to push high ground. Envy can ball in with the recall, and there's nothing you can do. He's just going to clear out creep waves. This game could drag a very long time as NP just buy time to go like ultra late with Storm as well as Terrorblade. Yeah. Also, I guess Naga's not going to go for the Radiance. Did pick up the drums as well as the gems, so we'll be seeing a different approach out of the Naga. Perhaps just looking at it like, well, Storm can push out the lanes, as can the Terrorblade with his illusions. There's not going to be enough farm for me to get the Radiance. Or if I do go Radiance, it's going to take away farm for those heroes, which is much needed farm for heroes like Storm.
At the moment, Vega just trying to keep in the middle and the bottom lane, pressured. And I mean, obviously, you say it's relatively tricky to push up into the high ground against MP, but you know, if MP do lose a hero or two or a fight outside of the base with the Drow or with the Wind Ranger, Vegas can certainly rip down some of the buildings of MP. So just got to try and find that opening, which, as we mentioned, is going to be rather hard to do against MP's constant wave clear and constant ability to just de-push the lanes across the map.
Well, Aghanim's
Drow.
From the Drow, eggs all over.
MP coming out as a group now, maybe looking towards Roche. Yeah, we're going to do Roche and Tama fairly soon. Yeah, just about a minute until that's up. Envy tries to zip forward. Isn't going to quite catch on to FN as FN's out of there.
Yeah, he's got the Shadow Blade, and even though there's a gem on the Naga, Naga does not have the same mobility as the Storm. Does look like Envy gets pulled a Sentry Ward to perhaps help out with some of those rotations, but still tough. You can see how much better NP have been playing the last 5-10 minutes. They're just not giving up kills anymore.
Oh, yeah, shout out, I believe it's Nox for the stat there. Yeah, so yeah, hasn't played Storm in a pro game for 2 years, Envy. So looking to bring it back. And in the moment, it's been a tough game for him to do it in. But as we're saying, there's definitely still hope for MP with Aui's farming, and
he actually
got the TB Naga.
He went through a phase with Cloud9 where he played a decent amount of, I mean, this is, again, going 2 years back.
Yeah, 2 years back.
He used to play the safe lane Storm, because I remember he started a new build where he would rush the Soul Ring on the safe lane Storm, back when like everyone was going bottle and stuff, so it was a hero he used to play a lot.
Envy, to make a play, but it's going in onto the side that's just been covered in the rum. Trying to go for FNG, but he hits the torrent onto Aoi, holding back the TB. Envy's going to continue to move forward. Seems low on the mana. He's going to be glimpsed back.
That's helping him out, that glimpse.
Yeah, as already FN was ready to kind of turn around on Envy there. No one to fall. Down towards the bottom iceberg, just pretty much the one to come out on top of this little bit of an altercation, as he's just getting more and more space on the Wind Ranger. And in terms of his next item, do you imagine see Iceberg go for something like a BKB, or does he go full in for the damage, MKB or Daedalus or such?
What is... I mean, BKB is decent because it can help you go for those high ground pushes.
Yeah.
Potentially we see him even go for... Oh, I guess they've already got 2 Invis heroes. The Shadow Blade's just nice for the pick-off opportunities, but it looks like Mithril Hammer picked up, so... Suggesting, I want to say a BKB, but there's other
Maelstrom?
Maelstrom.
Yeah.
Deso, if you want to really focus on the high ground push, that could also be feasible. But most probable BKB, I guess. Not like a BKB is amazing against a lot of these heroes. Only really what, the Mana Leak, the Storm Electric Vortex you can prevent.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that the Maelstrom very much useful against the illusions from Naga and TB, an extra bit of a way to clear them out, because at the moment, I guess you've got decent ways, yeah, Drowags, Kunkka Tidebringer, bit of wave clear from the power shot already, and the Nyx Assassin as well.
Well, wave clear definitely doesn't hurt, but
no.
it will be a BKB, so he gets the recipe as well.
Well, bottom lane.
This is just like a, he can pop BKB, hit buildings, and siege high ground due to this item.
Yeah, MP actually coming out pretty much in full force here. Vega in the neighborhood, they do want to try and contest this Roshan. And we'll see how it kicks off FN. He's going to move in, and he's actually going to start to tease away at the Rose. He's going to have his work cut out, though. He's brought back into the turret. Now tries to come in to help, but a great static storm to Shoma holds him back. Doesn't matter, though, because SVG, there with the song, trying to get MP time to reset the fight. Repel onto MP, they surround Shoma and FN. GA comes out with good stun to back. On the back, the combo coming up for the Kunkka. Nash falling up, he keeps himself alive here. They're killing Vega Squadron. They found 2. They're looking for more. FNG will be successful with the TP out, but it's a 2 for 1 at the moment. Maybe even more. They look to close in onto Mag and be playing around the Nyx Assassin. Can they get the kill? Yes, they can. NP get themselves a 3rd. Very nice for MP. Had the Bloodstone just picked up before that fight, so starting to rack up the charges. And just at the end of the day, it's the struggle of playing around that Song of the Siren. SVG in the right place at the right time, allowing MP to reset the fight, get themselves in a better position, and Vega just fell apart after the song came through.
They fully committed onto that Omni Knight, and that really just cost them. So what a great team fight setup coming out from Team MP. We'll take another look here. It really was just the fact they threw all these spells to try and go on the Omni Knight, but then the sleep completely resets the fight. Not only does it reset the fight, it sets up for MP to succeed. They get the full duration repel on MP as well as the GA on everyone. And the problem is Drow has Diffusal Blade, but he can't use it because he's focused on. When Drow's getting focused, he can't use that Diffusal Blade to deal with the repel.
It looked to be a good kind of combo both as well, but Aoi with the BKB at that stage, very unlikely that any of the heroes are going to have any damage to rip through it. In fact, at the same time, though, back in the real world, they've come into Roche. Iceberg actually picks up a triple kill as a pretty insane scrap there around the Aegis fight. And we should be able to get a replay of that last bit of action, so don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, we have replays. So we can see stuff that we missed from the other replay, but just a little unfortunate. There's a lot of stuff going on in this game.
You're blowing my mind here with all this
replay inception.
Yeah.
But we'll keep our eyes on this outdoor stuff, which is another fight again kicking off. Vegas starting to move forward. Status still down for Sherman. He catches Envy, but Aoi pops the BKB. Sherman's trying to walk it off with the Ghost Scepter. Iceberg able to pop the Aegis out of Envy's hands. Back with the wraparound. Vegas still sticking around, looking towards Aoi. It's done onto Rose, holding back the Coddle. Envy zips forward. Look at the Sherman. Nice able to finish off the Disruptor. Opting to just get himself back to safety. Goes back in again. Envy trying to finish off the job. Oh, and he'll do it. With the help of SVG, they do find the kill onto Sherman. Matt holding Rose back with the stuns. FNG and Iceberg still around in the neighborhood. Iceberg very much on the mana, so he has to get himself out. Matt surrounded by NP, and NP, they are going to take this one as well. Another killer at the top. NP now to 17 Bloodstone charges. And it really feels that, well, we obviously saw that Iceberg got that triple kill around the Roche fight, but that then moves into a push that's unsuccessful.
He got the triple kill, but NP snatched the Aegis. This is,
yeah, here's the Aegis play.
So yeah. A power shot killed 2 from afar. I want to see that again. This power shot. And it got Roshan.
Oh, that was the best power shot of his lifetime.
So it wasn't actually like he stole the Aegis.
Meanwhile, Envy died. As Iceberg did get the kill. But yeah, that power shot, that was a thing of beauty. Whew. That was pretty crazy. I mean, obviously, as we said, the push up top was a little bit of a fumble from Vega. MP get themselves back into it with that, but then MV kind of counterbalances it all, says, hang on, we're making this look a little bit like you're gonna allow us to come back. I'm gonna throw my life away.
That was, I mean, MP win a huge fight and then kind of throw away a lot of that regain. Oh, I guess they didn't get a lead or anything, but they kind of regained a bit of equality in this game, and they throw it away with that win range to triple kill. But now Vega have to kind of compose themselves. They will go into the dataless now on win ranges, so pure right-click damage at this point. Going to be the name of the game for Iceberg.
I mean, if you're Vega now at this stage, do you yourselves have to wait for ages? I mean, do you have any chance of trying to break the base without those second lives?
Wait for pickoffs.
Yeah, wait for MP to
That's really
come out.
where your lineup shines, if you've got all these catch pickoff heroes. Oh, they miss MB bottom. Oh, did I get the glimpse? No. MB almost got caught balling in. They drew a static storm and everything, trying to pick him off, but they narrowly missed getting the catch.
MP just having to play a little bit more careful now. As we can see, a fair bit behind still of the other 3 cores in the game. And he did have that bit of a boost for those Bloodstone charges, but of course losing his life, knocking it from 17 back down to 11. Still going to take a bit of time for him to be really back in the game. But as we can see, can still clear out the lane, zipping in from the base. And also can look to try and help start the fight off. Eyes towards FN. FN with a nice gust, knocking back Owie. Owie will defuse himself, actually repelled up as well. And a song from SVG comes in as they're looking to surround Iceberg. The rest of Vega are coming round. Vega will look to try and contest this fight. BKB onto BKB with the damage actually ripping through the win range, and Iceberg almost certainly going to go out. He's tried to get out with the win run of the TP. Oh, he's made it. He's actually made it.
That takes some balls to know that you can win run and they're not going to nuke you down. You have win run BKB. That's immortality. Like, nothing, no attacks can hit you, no magic damage can hit you. But he takes advantage of it.
I guess the one thing that could have put a halt to it would have been the ensnare, but it was still on cooldown.
Yeah.
Oh, getting himself out of that. That was... Damn. And he's going to have to pause and change his underwear. Iceberg. 2 minutes. Wow. I mean, so this game is stepping up. I mean, at the moment, it does still feel that... Well, actually, I don't know this. I mean, with Owie keeping up in farm as much as he is, it's not looking as smooth sailing for Vega as necessarily would have 10 minutes ago, it feels like.
Yeah, the MP team fights have just been better. They're using the song really well. The Omni Knight's still working just fine against the defusal of Drow. The problem is for Drow is she's not really a frontliner, so typically if you have that kind of purge defusal, you want it on a hero that can actually be in there in the front. Like, that's where Jugs are kind of good because they're running in their melee heroes, but Drow wants to sit back, do her damage. She doesn't want to have to kind of take any damage, and that's where Vega have kind of struggled to use the defusal blade against the Omni Knight. And other than that, it's just been the mobility of NP's drop. They're just flying around with the storm, pushing out lanes, Terrorblade illusions as well. So it's been a really good job to kind of get themselves back in.
Yeah, and at this stage as well, with the fights going as they are, the fact that SVG himself's been able to find a bit, he's on 3k gold. So if he does indeed want to opt into that transition to a bit more of a carry late game Naga, getting that Radiance online, he's certainly going to have the option to do so with the game going at this kind of pace.
Yeah, with TB getting close to like maxed out, it's probably okay for him to take more farm on the map. Storm is not all that farm, but at this point I guess you're just going to say, hey, we may need Naga to become a core. So we'll see if Vega can end this game anytime soon. It feels like Vega are at this stage maybe in a bit of a rush to end things here. Their hero their draft isn't getting all that much stronger. Drow is kind of has run out of item slots for the most part, as the rest of his team also have most of their core items going.
Every coin helps.
Yeah, Vega really needing to come through with a bit of a solid game plan at this stage. Even MV himself is going to be a bit more harder to catch out. And Lincoln's now complete. And indeed, as you mentioned, just Iceberg starting to rack up the damage. And as we've seen, he can play it very elusive in the fights with that essential invulnerability with the BKB and the Wimrub. MP playing that a little bit safer, keeping themselves very much grouped up close to the base. Only MV occasionally coming out.
The really nice thing about this Lincolns now is that they can't diffuse off the repel.
Yes. Yeah.
At least you'll have to use 2, so it's not exactly optimal. And there's increased diffusal cooldown makes that even harder. It's a 4-second cooldown now, so This Repelled Storm can become a legitimate threat, although he doesn't dish out a huge amount of damage with 2 defensive items, but if Envy can get maybe 1 more item on himself, he's going to be very hard to deal with.
Radiant's middle
And
tower
Vega still at
is
this
under
point. I mean, they're not grouping up and trying for anything. They are just clearing out
Yeah, they
each of the side lanes. It seems like maybe Vega at this stage discussing what the plan's going to be and not necessarily having an idea in mind at this moment.
seems they've maybe accepted this game. They're going to be in it for the long haul. You've got Kugka building towards physical damage. He's picked up a Crystallis.
Oh, nice.
You've got a Midas pickup from Sioma. He only just recently got that on his Disruptor, so everyone's just kind of saying, well, we can't really end the game. We can't push high ground. Let's just play as if this game could go 60 minutes. So if you're a Disruptor, you're thinking, I want to get my level 16. I want to get some late game items. Midas is the way to go. Kunk is thinking, I want to get physical damage. And yeah, it's kind of Vega responding to NP playing fairly safe and recognizing that they can perhaps take advantage and just try and outfarm them.
As the game goes on, NSVG, what we're seeing, 4K gold, hasn't yet picked up the relic. This could be the journey to do so. Heads towards the shop. There it is. Relic now secured for Naga. So indeed, MP ready to set in for the long haul if Vega allow it. And at the moment, it looks to be that way.
Yeah.
MP will zip down the mid, maybe look towards Mag, but Mag it's just a little too far out of reach.
I do feel he could have gone for this before the drums. He could have had Radiance by now, been pushing out the lanes. He'd recognized this was the course the game was going to go, but perhaps not too clear. But the big, really, it's kind of strange how the key hero for NP late game in some ways will be this Keeper of the Light. The ability to split push lanes, to recall people in the late game is insanely good as well. Keeper of the Light is going to be such a pest for Vega to deal with because of that just global capabilities to be everywhere on the map.
Iceberg's been sneaky there, isn't he?
He's been seen.
He's been caught out. Iceberg. Let's see if he plays well this one. Does have the BKB in the rim run and the TP.
Gonna work.
It's not going to work this time indeed with the ensnare available from SVG. Now looking to just turn it around and bring down the old man, and Iceberg's gone. Made a bit of a blunder there coming around through the tree line. The ping, 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 ping coming out from the boy.
It's not my fault. His captain probably yelled at him like, what are you doing there? Why are you getting caught out? And he's like, no, they had a ward. I was hiding, I swear. But NP, good play there. They didn't jump him immediately when they saw him. They waited for Naga to be there in range, knowing that he could go for that BKB win run TP as he did last time. They made sure Ensnare was in range before they initiated.
Be fearless.
And as this game goes on, it's going to get to the point where Vega, they're going to really struggle to do anything against MP's lineup. It's
Terrorblade is really king of the late game. His NPB pickup now means that the Wind Ranger is just going to melt to the Terrorblade, the Metamorph Terrorblade
as well. You know, how into the pit with it.
Well, that'll be an easy roach. NP may actually find themselves in a position to group up as 5 and push around this Aegis and the next Metamorph. And probably we'll have to wait for Metamorph to come back up, push out the lanes, pick up another key item or 2. NP's got 2.7k gold. Aghanim Scepter now complete on Rose, and they can actually threaten to go high ground. It is hard,
really
again,
down.
they'll suffer from the same problems. Mag, very good at defending high ground with his Aghanim Scepter, so there is good high ground defense on Vega's side as well, but we are getting to that point where NP may have all the items they need.
Yeah, I mean, Iceberg still hasn't spent that gold that he was building up on top of the crystals, 4.2k. But it's just, the game has really hit a bit of a brick wall here for Vega in terms of the pace that they were getting at the start. And it does kind of all go back to the fact that, you know, they had that realm where they were punishing Envy, constantly catching him out, but Aoi was pretty much left undisturbed on the bottom lane. He's only died the once this game in a bit of a skirmish, but other than that, he's had the space that he's needed. MP's able to play very nicely around it. SVG's caught up to this point where he's got the Radiance, so he's also going to be this threat in terms of pushing out lanes and make it very hard for Vega to just fight against. And they'll get the zip in onto FNG, bringing back Kunkka. Rose coming through as well. As he's looking for a bit of a turnaround potential as Sherma drops down the Static Storm. Envy has an Aegis. He's got the back of his team. He's Repel. He's going to be fine for the time being. But the damage from Iceberg takes him down. Vega, what can they do against this? Owie, looking moving on the back line across the BKB. He's going to look to try and take down first. He's going to have his eyes onto Max. Slows him down with the Super Blaze guys now towards Sherman, but Sherman goes centers. Walks up the sidelines. The Iceberg puts the BKB, tries to turn around and fight. In fact, bringing out incredibly low. Owie gets flipped back and Owie down. It's a big kill. The Terrorblade on the sidelines. He gets to more shackle shot. Onto Nak. Omni in trouble. The blitz to the side. Iceberg power shots down though. Gets themselves the double kill. They did lose 2 for it. But a trade that Vega will be happy with. They need to take fights like this, managing to turn it around, and they kill Owie, that very high value kill, the man that's been having a great game so far, finally losing his life there in that fight.
Yeah, and he just got in too deep there. They didn't want to take a team fight. They didn't have Metamorphosis as probably the biggest problem in that fight. The other problems included G8 not being used effectively at all because it comboed with the sleep. The sleep also did not save Envy on his first life, so it was kind of used while he was waiting to respawn, and none of their ultimates really came into play. Metamorphosis not being up is just a disaster. You can't team fight. They thought they had an easy pickup on Kunkka. Turned out with the Greaves and the Coco's Rump, he was not an easy kill at all, and NP just got in over their heads. Envy, he took damage, and their call got cancelled mid lane. Oh no, Jackie Mao.
What is he doing, Envy? Envy, save yourself, son.
He's got mana.
He's going to be fine.
Oh, I don't know.
He's not going to be fine.
Oh my god, Jackie Mao.
Oh.
I'm baffled.
He's got the Orchid complete. There we have.
He's got. I guess he doesn't need buyback. He's got a short respawn, but
yeah, he's back in 20.
He pulled from Fountain to mid lane with the recall, and he just mistimed it because he landed and the recall hadn't gone yet, and Drow's there and was like, "Oh, I auto attacked you. Oh, you can't recall. We can recall now. We'll take the pre-kill." Sometimes Envy does those plays, and you're like, "This guy's a genius," and other times he does that, and you're just.
Has he broken his record yet, Gods? He's on 10 kills.
He's on 10.
One more.
I like how his 10th was that death as well.
Oh, God! What happened at 30-44?
Oh, no.
We forgot to check.
Rewind.
We forgot to check. Can we get an instant replay of what happened at I don't know if we can. What happened at 30-44? I'm looking back on the chart. What happened then?
Maybe it was when Envy finished his Bloodstone.
I'm trying to look back on the network graph. What happened? It was around, yeah, it was around those kills. Envy and Owie getting themselves kills? That could have been maybe happening.
Just before the Roche fight, where Iceberg got a triple kill, according to Nox.
Ah.
He snatched the. Well, that was when he
it was
that
the double kill in the power. Oh.
Yeah.
So Envy's foresight there knew that his amazing play would come through. This arrow from Iceberg sailing through the skies, taking down the Brute and getting a double kill. Well, he was not wrong. Oh, here we have the pushing onto mid. They're going to go in, Envy sipping forward. Iceberg focusing with the focus fire. Jumps to the side. Bit of mana leakage. And MP holding strong. They've got all the ults, they had the song. It's very hard for Vega to push into this. So hard. And FN, as you can see, he could do absolute wonders in terms of cleaning out the wave as it comes out. And get themselves in onto the tier 3. But Envy jumping forward. Iceberg has come around the back lines, gets it, Shackle onto Owie. Owie falling low, but G8 comes through. Owie keeps himself alive, plus the Manta, sucks the life out of Iceberg. The Cabal is sundered, Iceberg's down. They're finished at the win rate, down, one down. Envy looking moving for more. Vehicle to FN. FN being focused on the BKB, trying to get himself out of the retreat. They'll look towards easy kills, looking to show the stay, goes to go, so they're not going to make it. The Fusel Blade takes it off, and he's ripped to pieces. MP find themselves a second. So MP will be able to defend, and these are 2 boys down on the side of Vega without buyback available. 70 seconds for Iceberg out of the game.
I don't imagine Vega's captain, FNG, is going to be very happy with Iceberg for going for that dive. That was unnecessary, just foolish aggression coming out from the Wind Ranger. And MP do a great job popping the sleep, knowing that will isolate the Wind Ranger in his BKB form, and he could not finish the Terrorblade. Terrorblade is just tanky enough, has enough armor that he can kind of hold up at least well enough against that Wind Ranger damage output, and he can always Manta or BKB off the Bloodthorn. So a nice attempt, but it wasn't enough. And AUI is going to get a 3rd defense buff because BKB Manta and Lincoln just protect him.
Look at this empty. He's found the boy, and he'll bring the boy down. The captain's out, maybe for Vega. She's trying to walk it off the run. It's not going to happen. He's out. And Envy certainly, I mean, it's been impressive, you know, at the start to be picked off as much as he has, but you got to admit, he has managed to keep himself relatively cool. he's still finding himself relevant at this stage, and he's still setting up kills like that, which is keeping MP in a really good position at this point of the game. You saw Vega get this lead, but now it's slowing down and it's swinging back round. MP, they have got the strong late game.
Oh, here comes Mag. That one won't last.
Something here, Mag with the 3-man stun. Envy zips in onto Iceberg. Silence is there. Envy backing himself away. Will be repelled. It's going to be fine. In fact, he tries to go back in. Goes for a quick zip zap. Vegas to force themselves back. Both teams retreat. Still, 20 seconds until Aui has Metamorphosis again.
No more defusal. Looks like Drow said, screw it, this defusal ain't working. And I kind of agree that it wasn't working. It's still an item they kind of need, but who's going to buy it is kind of the big question. Perhaps a Kunkka or a Nyx. Nyx is going for Octarine Core, which is a cool luxury late game item you can have, but no one has defusal. No one can purge off that repel. If Storm goes flying in, you're just kind of at his mercy. You could perhaps try and take him out with physical damage, but he is very difficult to deal with. MP feeling confident that they can now go push. They've got Metamorphosis back up, and they want to take some objectives.
Of course, FM with the damage the NKP done as well. He's got a fair bit of weight there. MP zipping in, repelled up, dancing around this boy. Cheese is eaten. His man finding up against this, and will force FN to back. Back up is coming in most of Vega. I'm going to try and find an MP. Still knocking around, looking on towards FNG. The boat comes flying through. Iceberg the BKB moves into force back the Drow Ranger. FN's going to be able to get himself out with a turn towards easy kill. FNG's down. Iceberg in the middle of the door. He comes in. BKB popping the songs through. Iceberg filling the fire room, ripping through out. Look what the GA comes through. It's not going to matter though. He's down. They've lost the Terrorblade. Iceberg's going to have to stay on Max. Still ready to continue to fight. There's going to be a buyback from Aui. 2 dead now. They're going to have lost Iceberg. He does not have buyback available. He's still short on the gold. MP moving in for more. Zips onto Mag. Max out of mana. Has to get himself back to base. MP he's going for the kill. He wants to try for it, and he's not going to quite have the damage to finish him off. But he forces the Nyx back to base, creating the space for Aui to work his way into this tier 3. Only 3 members up in Vega. FN's got a lot of work cut out. Damage again. It is an insane amount. If he's able to get himself close and personal, he could actually rip for MP with the actual bounce with these arrows. Rose falling low, but he's finally goes down. FN gets a double 2 down, and now MV and Aui on the retreat back. They're chasing them, Vega, and they actually get a catch onto this. The Gust,
Whips in 5. I believe they'll catch someone.
Mag looking for Aui, and he comes back in, but Envy's out of mana here. Aui's stunned up, Aui's down, and Envy has fallen as well. Vega do manage to hold. They keep the racks alive.
He died back. That was such a ballsy call to buy back there, recognizing that you could perhaps win the game, but
that is a true Aui.
For 85 seconds.
Aui's down.
I like the, Envy at the end there literally ran into 3 heroes trying to help Curtis get out of there on his Terrorblade. He's like, all right, this TB can't die again at all costs. Let's go in there and see what I can do, but
oh man.
If they can push out these lanes a bit now. FN's going to the mid lane to push it out. Wind Ranger has boots of travel, so can TP in. So they'll have about a 30-40 second window where they'll reach high ground. TP will be dead. Problem is, it's still Storm Coddle, so they can still use that Ball Lightning recall trick, as well as just the repelled Storm as a complete menace to try and push into. But here we go. It's going to be even closer to 45 seconds that they'll have with the Dire base.
Dire's middle tower
Can't take out those Seed Crypts is the problem with that Ball Lightning.
This damage.
middle tower has fallen.
Aui is stopping this. You've got a fortification to buy you sometimes, but as you said, the fact that Aui's there on the dieback, still down for 35 seconds. They've got to do their best here to hold off. I mean, how much are they going to lose in this push? At least the middle rack. Roaming onto Mag. Nyx Assassin caught out. Iceberg trying to look to help through. Mag falling low. Will get himself out. Green's come through from the team, and Mag survives. Mag stuck the static stun. The damage through from Iceberg, but GA coming down. Oh, he's down. Oh, he's got a buyback. He will be back. And Aui as well in 9 seconds. But Vega looking to try and get as much as they can. They clear down the mid. They're looking to go for top as well.
I might die for this though, if they're not careful. Terrorblade has Metamorph.
And he find an opening to his squad. He's going to grab FNG. The TP's cancelled. FNG, the captain, will look to go down with his boat left behind. The rest of the team bail, so they'll lose Kunkka. They found the mid racks. They found half of the top racks. The game not over yet. This is I mean, this is great. This is, I think, what people kind of hope from an NB Aui team. This is true entertainment.
This is true NB Dota here. You know, whether it was the Cloud9 Eternal Envy, the Team Secret Eternal Envy, you're here, it's the NP Eternal Envy. You know, you always get these 67-minute kind of clowny Dota games with split push, with buyback plays, with questionable mistakes from NB, with Stain, plays from Envy. You've had a bit of everything with this game.
Tick all chat messages, I mean...
Yeah.
This game's got it all.
Really has kept you guessing, and Vega's still very much limited by the fact they don't have a diffuser, but they're working and playing around it really well. The Aghanim Scepter on Sioma coming up big in that last fight, killing the Omni Knight, and making it so that the fact he couldn't use his Ghost Scepter actually helped kill him there, because otherwise the right-click damage wouldn't have been there to finish him off, so... And he'll secure themselves an Aegis. They give it to Storm Spirit.
Yeah, and Envy looking to go in onto Mag, and Rose is there as well. Mag's fairly tanky. Is going to be tanky enough. Looks like he will keep himself alive. He's out of mana. Envy wants to finish up the job. He's looking for it, but the green bar got him. The silence is there. Envy pull out, he's down. He has the Aegis ready for round 2, and backup is there from MP. Vega, can they do it again? The Tarn connects. Envy falling low. He got himself away for a pale back. Song the boat comes in, not going to land on anyone. Song of the Siren coming through. He's got to get himself out. Envy will. Envy survives for the time being. In fact, he still maybe wants to try and fight it. Howie wants to BKB towards Iceberg. Takes the down. Lucian comes through. Iceberg now. Look up by that special on the Wind Ranger. Envy sitting around on the back line. Looking to try and
get the thunder off.
Howie survives. He gets the ult off. Howie will live, but Envy's out. That's stunned up as well. They've lost 2 MP. Howie goes for it. But Envy's doing too much damage at this moment. They'll find a 4 out on MP. The buyback coming through from FN. Vega looking to commit everything. Rose is going to buy back. SVG surrounded and taken down. MP lose the whole side. And MV buying back. Can you do anything with this play? Ooh.
Okay, playing with fire.
I mean, this is dangerous. They don't have an Omni. They don't have an Owie.
Naga needs to push these lanes out. It looks like Vega should be at least able to get another lane of frags, possibly even mega creeps off of this. Whether they go for the throne or not is perhaps the bigger question.
Oh, and I like this as well. You've got a Maelstrom on the Disruptor, the true lightning gob. Envy flips in onto Iceberg, jukes out the Gust. Iceberg plus the BKB turns towards Envy. Envy's got to run, he's got to be careful. The song comes out from SVG. They get the now to Iceberg. If they can get this kill, it's going to be a dieback. Can they finish up the win race? Gets the blink out though. Envy turns towards Mag instead. But SVG caught up on the Shackle. He's out. They've lost the Naga. That's a dieback. Envy caught up on the Stone. Out of mana. Silent step. Envy's out as well. No buybacks there. And Vega Squadron may have just done it. At this final fight, they have Mega Crease MP. Owie's going to be back up in 15 with the Cottle and with the Omni Knight. But with no Storm, with no Naga, it could be all over for the side of MP. As Vega Squadron take the tier 4s, look towards the Ancient. Is there any way that they can stop this? They're going to try.
Yeah, I don't feel like it should be possible, but we've seen some crazy stuff this game. AUI, it's all on you at this point, but no Venomorph.
Gonna do something big. The boat coming through. Iceberg focusing the Ancient to fall, and MP have lost the game. Vega will do it. A good game is called in chat. A great game, in fact. Incredibly back and forth and entertaining to watch. At the start, it looked like Vega had
with the healing ward.
Yeah.
Healing ward's really, really good, as well as just having a Wisp. I think even Wisp without the healing ward, they'd still be my more favorable Roshan lineup. It's just that Ember Spirit is one of the worst heroes at taking down Rosh. He's just awful.
in the setup onto Max. No stop down as well. Just bringing him back up with the Eye. Miracle caught out. He's going to go down. The question is, can Vega get themselves anything else?